Hello, what's up? It is early. It's really early. It's not terribly early, but it's early enough, right? It's early enough. It is 7:30 a.m. where I'm at, but honestly, it's later here than it is in a lot of places. Nintendo loves to have these early in the morning. So I guess that the news can spread throughout the whole day. I think the FF9 remake dream is dead now, anyways. I don't think it's dead, but I think for now, it's probably not happening. What's up? I have been fucking around with different builds in Silksong and been either handing bosses their asses or they hand or they handed me mine, no in between. That sounds about right. I can't wait to play more actually. Probably play more this weekend on stream. It's a very fun game. It's like so up my alley. I love getting my ass beat in games. I do. I think it's the most fun thing ever to just, get your ass pummeled. I'm gonna just I'm gonna pull up the stream really quick just so that we have it. Um really? Oh, that's because it's the wrong one. Maybe this one. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from this, but this is an hour long thing, by the way. So this isn't a whole hour long direct. So they gotta have some type of heat, for this. And it's a brand new console, right? It's the Switch too. So I expect there to be like some pretty substantial games or something for this. We'll see. Act 1 is very tough and limiting options wise, but as soon as you reach Act 2, like 90% of the map is open to you. So if you explore, which can be very difficult, you get ridiculously powerful. Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome. Um, will the direct start in 2 hours or something? No, 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 no. The direct is starting in like literally like 20 minutes. We're just chatting a little bit before then, but yeah, there's not gonna be like a crazy wait for this one, where I'm not starting crazy ahead of time here. Mostly because it's early. I didn't want to be up any earlier than I had to be, and I'm sure those of you in the U.S. right now probably didn't want to be up any earlier. In Europe, I think it's a pretty comfortable time, right? Because you guys, at least in the UK, you're 6 hours ahead of where I'm at, I think. So you guys are probably, yeah, 2 p.m. for the UK. Yeah, y'all are having a good time. If you're in North America, you're not having a good time right now, especially if you're on the West Coast, if you're in like California or something, you're having a really bad time right now because the direct starts at like 6 a.m., which means it's like 5:40 there right now a.m. Um, Directs are like the one event that the UK doesn't have to get up early or stay late for. Yeah, because they're early as fuck. But I think this time is like the only time they can reach like the majority of their audience because I think that this like also happens, I want to say in the evening in Japan. Let's see, what's Japan time right now? Okay. So it's like 9:40 p.m. in Japan, right? So like this thing starts at like 10 p.m. Japan time. So if you really think about it, doing them this early in the morning is the only way they can really reach the US, Europe, and Japan at like a reasonable hour. Semi reasonable. It's reasonable for Central Time and in Eastern Time in the US. It gets a little bit unreasonable for Mountain and um, Pacific time, but like, yeah, that's like probably the only way they can reach all three of like the major territories that they sell games in all at the same time. So it's like feasible for everybody to watch it. If the rumors are true that we are getting three games with some relation to seven, Intergrade is obviously one. I think one of the three is going to be in the JP stream only. I think Falcom are going to remaster E7, and their E's reveals previously have been JP stream. That makes perfect sense. But then what's the other seven game going to be? Killer 7? Dragon Quest 7 remake? I don't know. I'm just throwing out sevens. Persona 7? Because 6 is never coming out? Kingdom Hearts 7 over 5 days? Oh, RE7 is like really possible. RE7's like super possible. That makes sense. Because release wise, I think RE7, yeah, RE7 happened first and then RE2 remake, right? So I guess they would start with RE7. Ian, what's up, my guy? Bubsy7. FF14 on Switch. I mean, they've wanted to bring FF14 to Switch 2 for a while. I mean, to the general Switch platform for a while. I assume that Switch 2 will be when they finally actually do that, but we'll see. We will see. I cannot imagine that the Xbox version of that game has been profitable at all. Like, complete waste of money. I do think the Switch 2 version will bring in a little extra revenue, but it's hard to imagine it bringing in much. I don't know. But I do think that a lot of people would want to play the game on the go on their Switch. So maybe it will bring in money, but yeah. Wait, there's a demo out for the Digimon game? The new Digimon game? I didn't even know. I didn't know that came out. Fuck yes, I'll stream it, dude. I'm a big ass Digimon head. I love Digimon. I loved Digimon so much. I would play all of the very bad Digimon games that they used to release. Rain Moore, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. And they used to make very bad Digimon games when I was growing up. And I still like them. And I'm using bad kind of like I don't know how to describe them, how I'm using bad here, but like I don't know. A lot of the Digimon games weren't really exceptional. And let's not beat around the bush. I'm definitely talking about the World Series, which was like so hit or miss, and it was mostly miss. The first Digimon World was pretty cool, and then everything else after was like a mixed bag until we hit the abominable Digimon World 4, which is like the lowest point. But Digimon World 3 was kind of interesting, I thought. So funniest, I think the funniest Digimon series was Data Squad, just because the main character to Digivolve, his Digimon had to run up to other Digimon and punch him so his fist would glow into digital flames or something. Was weird but funny watching him deck Digimon. Actually, yeah, Data Squad was awesome. I loved watching him. Like, it's like, you can't fight Digimon, you're a human. And he was like, watch me. And then he'd go up and like punch the other Digimon in the fucking face. And it was the best thing ever. So yeah, I liked Data Squad too. I think the only like Digimon anime that like I just checked the living fuck out of was Cross Wars or whatever the fuck. Like, what the fuck was that shit? I tried watching it and I was just like, man, turn this shit off. we all know that Tamers was where it peaked. Um, so if I had to do like my Digimon like anime tier list, it would be Tamers, S tier, easily, not even a fucking question. Then it'd be followed probably by Data Squad. Then it'd probably be followed by Adventure, then Adventure 02, and um, then Frontier, and then Cross Wars at the very bottom. I still liked Frontier, but at the same time, let's be serious. Frontier was not quite on that level of quality that the previous Digimon series were on. But I did like Frontier. But it had the same problem that a lot of general like battle shonen anime has, where only the protagonist is important and necessary, and everyone else is kind of just like not. And I mean, like, again, you could argue that to some extent, every non-Tamers Digimon was like that, but it's worse on Frontier. Yeah, Frontier has the Goku problem to like the fucking max. Because eventually he needs like everyone else's Digimon spirits in order to like evolve further, which means that everybody else can't even be part of the battle. Like they cannot even be on the battlefield. Right? So it's literally just like I'm the best guy. But also kind of the like highlight of Digimon was like being like that's your partner, right? And so when you eliminate the fact that you have a Digimon partner and you just transform into the Digimon, you kind of eliminate one of the best dynamics of the fucking show, dude. Yeah, like Takato and Guilmon, like that shit was awesome, bro. You can't just be like, we're gonna get rid of that, and then it's all good. You got rid of like the core thing about the fucking game. I mean, about the show, like, you know, or the series, I should say. The bond between you and another thing. If you just transform into the thing, there's no connection there. I think it only worked with Tamers again, where with Tamers when they biomerged and they became like part of the same entity, that was cool. Oh, hopefully we all enjoy the new Digimon game. Gonna be the last fucking one after Nintendo and their patent. I know, greedy ass, bully ass Nintendo. I could never get into Digimon as a kid because I thought the monsters looked so jank. I think they're awesome, but like, yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be like Pokemon where it's like, oh, you have an Eevee, and this is Pikachu, and they're so cute and cuddly. It's like, no, this is fucking Growlmon, and also this is like War Growlmon, and he's got like nuclear missiles that shoot out of his tits, and yeah, he's got like a jet engine on his back, and Gargomon, and he's got like a fucking machine gun on like one of his arms, but he's also a rabbit. And yeah, Digimon is kind of fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, it's like it's so far removed from like what Pokemon's designs are, where it's just like here's like this really cute thing that can fight. Digimon is like, yo, give it a fucking gun. Dinosaur meets mechs. Yeah, that's like not an incorrect way to describe it, let's say. It's like give him a fucking gun. That's the way Digimon is. That blue gummy looks tasty, bro. It does. I was literally just thinking that. You know it's blueberry flavor too, and it just looks so good. I want to eat it. I overall prefer Pokemon's designs, but from time to time, I appreciate the absolute crackhead energy that can go into Digimon designs. I prefer Digimon designs. Like if I'm being straight up, like I think Digimon designs are just way cooler to me personally. But I get it. Like most people probably were way more into Pokemon designs. I I like I was into both growing up, but I think I was probably more into Digimon. Even though like Pokemon games were way better, Digimon's animes were pretty good, and especially Tamers. Hi Leon, hello. Today's direct might be the hypest out there. New 3D Mario, new Fire Emblem, new Kirby Air Riders, story mode, Donkey Kong DLC, Mario Kart DLC, Metroid Prime 4 release date, Dragon Quest 7 remake. I assume this is all rumored stuff, but that does sound great. Digimon doesn't stop at giving an animal a gun. They then give the gun another gun. Then they give that gun, then that gun gets its own fucking like RPG. Also, isn't there an actual sentient gun Digimon? I don't know, but I assume that there is like a gun Digimon. When they make something as cool as Beelzemon for Pokemon, then I will tune back in to Pokemon. But until then, I'm checked out. But if they ever do, if they ever, well, actually, I was gonna say if they ever gave Pikachu a gun, I'd check back in. But they already did that, and it's called fucking Power World. So never mind. Uh yeah, SMT and Monster Hunter stories are yeah, that's awesome. Especially SMT. How much longer? It starts in 7 minutes. I used to like Pokemon designs better, but they really lost it somewhere after during the 2000s. I tend to like Digimon designs more nowadays, and yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I still feel like the thing is that I still feel like you can look at newer Digimon and be like, that is definitely a Digimon. Whereas with like Pokemon, there's a kind of generational disconnect that happens more frequently. Like if you're a Pokemon boomer and you look at new Pokemon, you're kind of like, the fuck is this, right? You could so distinctly tell like when the artists kind of changed and like when the design philosophies shifted over. I actually prefer most of the modern Pokemon designs. Bro, that's crazy. What's the likelihood of SMT6 being announced? I mean, not zero, but probably not like super high right now. Atlus takes a fucking long ass time with new mainline games, so of any of their franchises. So, I mean, I don't expect Metaphor 2 until I'm basically dead. I don't expect Persona 6 to ever come out. Um, very unfortunate. Atlas, so long. But part of why Atlas takes so long is because they don't. I mean, just a very small part of why. Well, it could be a big part of why. I actually don't know. because I would have to know their ins and outs to say. But they don't really grow their team, not in like a big, profound way. They have pretty small teams, and they kind of keep it that way. So as a result, their games can be really slow to come out because they don't have like a massive number of people working on these things at once. It's not like this gigantic effort in the way that like a lot of AAA games are. So they take a really long time making them. A lot of the times their games are made with an in-house engine, and so yeah. Atlus takes so long, their games aren't truly released until a few years later after they release. Yeah. True. Is there a reason that AAA games don't use Unity? The only big recent release I have seen use it was Mecha Break, but that game died more or less due to bad monetization practices. Genshin Impact uses Unity, but yeah, most big AAA games don't use it because it's not really a graphical powerhouse engine in the way that like Unreal Engine is. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is real, so I'm hoping out. So I'm holding out hope that the next 3D Mario is Mario Galaxy 3. The Galaxy games are my personal picks for the best games of all time, even more than FF7. Yeah, I really like the Galaxy games. I think that like post 64, Galaxy Mario's are like the best Mario games. So yeah, I'd probably go as far as to say that Mario Galaxy is like maybe the best 3D platformer of all time. I really had a good time with the Mario Galaxy games too. Bear in mind though, I did not play Odyssey, so maybe Odyssey would be TFO Galaxy for me, but I don't think it would. I love the Galaxy duology a lot. Thought it was great. Black Lion Guard, thank you so much for the tier 1, brother. Walk tall, my friends. Indeed. Indeed. Because we are about to get fucking omni slashed by the Nintendo kings of old when they send us a cease and desist for breathing Nintendo oxygen. A Galaxy is better than Odyssey? Okay. I mean, that's like what my biases tell me already. It's like nothing can beat Galaxy, so. What'd you miss? Nothing. You missed an epic conversation about Digimon. That's about it. We're just waiting on the direct to start. Actually, it starts in less than 1 minute. So we'll unmute this and we will have a good time, hopefully. Yeah, Galaxy was great. That was an awesome Mario game for sure. My Nintendo hot take, though, for today is going to be they should not have made Tears of the Kingdom. They should have just made a brand new Zelda game for Switch 2. Because as long as Tears of the Kingdom took to develop, I'm like, why didn't y'all just make a new Zelda? Anyway, that's my Nintendo hot take for the day. Let's go. Okay. Oh wait, is this gonna be like a new Mario reveal? We're going back through mainline games here. Or, oh, we're doing Mario Maker 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. We'll start today's Nintendo Direct with the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Tomorrow, September 13th, marks 40 years since the launch of Super Mario Bros. In Japan.
40 years?
Because so many people have played. Thank you all very much. The Mario games have been supported by evolutions in digital technology and gaming consoles. Additionally, Mario has taken on many different designs in the artwork. At the Nintendo Museum, which opened in Kyoto last year, we've created an art gallery that displays character illustrations drawn during the development of different games. There are also illustrations and pixel art from the Mario series. Also, from now through next September, the ticket for admission will change to the design shown here. And starting this December, we're planning a 40th anniversary light display. You'll still need a reservation to enter the museum, but we hope those visiting will check it out. On top of that, earlier in May, following Japan and Hollywood, we opened the third Super Nintendo World theme park at Universal Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida. We hope you can experience the world of Super Mario in real life. Next is more news about Kyoto. We'll be supporting the Kyoto Marathon, which will take place next February. Since its inception in 1985, the Super Mario series has been running for 40 years, thanks to everyone's support. But this time, Mario himself will be cheering on the runners. This is the race bib that the runners will wear, which has the Nintendo logo on it. We'll be supporting in other ways as well. If you're interested in marathons, why not take the opportunity to run through Kyoto? Also, coming next spring, please take a look at this.
Oh shit, here we go.
The name of the new movie that Nintendo and Illumination are producing together is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. What kinds of adventures do you think Mario and his friends will have in space? This movie will be the main event of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Let's also hear some remarks from the movie's co-producer, Chris-san, from Illumination.
That's cool.
Chris-san.
Yeah, you gotta port Galaxy.
As we celebrate Mario's
Galaxy 2,
40th anniversary, it's an opportunity to reflect on the 4 decades of creativity, imagination, and adventure that Mario has brought to life for fans across
Miyamoto has great hair
and around the world. From its groundbreaking world building to
Finesse Ride's strongest enjoyer,
unforgettable
Miyamoto.
music, the Super Mario Brothers have left a lasting impact on the very fabric of our culture. All of us at Illumination feel so fortunate to continue our collaboration with Nintendo as we expand the life of Mario in movies. And while the Super Mario Galaxy games are the core inspiration for our story, this next film holds surprises for fans of every Mario era. Our directors, Michael Jelinek and Aaron Horvath, along with the extraordinary team of artists at our studio in Paris, are very busy working to deliver a film that aspires to earn its place in the history we're here to celebrate. Brian Tyler is also returning to compose a score that blends together musical themes from Mario's incredible game heritage. And we're also thrilled to welcome back Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, and Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek. And as we continue to make progress on the Super Mario Galaxy movie, we look forward to sharing more with you in the future. And until then,
Who is
Thank
Rosalina?
you,
That's a
and
great
back
question.
to you, Miyamoto-san.
That is a great question. I'm
Thank
very
you,
curious
Chris.
who's gonna play her.
I'm also involved in the production every day and I'm enjoying it. It's a movie worthy of the 40th anniversary. Please wait a little longer for its release. While you're waiting, I have something I'd like to show you. Please take a look at this.
Mario Galaxy! Okay, are we actually doing Mario Galaxy 3? Oh, okay. But they're both coming to Switch too. Oh man, I love this song. The OST on the Galaxy games is just like beautiful beyond measure. Dude, these games fucking own. Only took them 5 years to port Galaxy 2 to the Switch. Galaxy 1 has been part of the 3D All-Stars collection. That was, for some reason, only sold for a limited time. Yeah. And that was like, you can't even just buy, right? Like digitally or anything. It's like only like that physical pack. Are they gonna do Galaxy 3? Oh, okay. In October 2nd. Really close.
That's right. It's the games that share the movie's title. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Okay, I'll turn it over to the original director for Super Mario Galaxy, Koizumi-san.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. From here, I'll introduce the games that will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. First, the two games you just saw were developed around the idea of what Mario's adventures would be like in space. The planets have gravity, and seeing Mario not fall off of them while upside down was very impressive, even as a developer. The second game also returns 15 years after its original release on Wii. In Rosalina's library, you can read a storybook. It's now in both games, and we've also added new pages. We hope you're looking forward to that as well. In addition, the storybook will be available as a real-life product.
Oh, that's cool.
The new pages I mentioned won't be included, but more details, including the release timing, will be available on the My Nintendo Store website later today, so please check that out. Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 will launch on Nintendo Switch, but you can play these games on Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, it is coming to Switch 1.
Many
Nice.
other Mario titles are also available on Nintendo Switch, so if there's one you haven't played yet,
Why not
take
include the new
opportunity
pages
to try
though?
it?
Make you buy both the game and the,
Okay,
the book.
let's introduce some other Mario
I don't know.
games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
For the physical book, I mean? Yeah, I know. Very strange, right? Mario Tennis? Yo!
The latest entry in the Mario Tennis series is hitting the court on Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Tennis Fever. Use top spins, slices, lobs, and other familiar shots. But now you can also slide and use other fancy footwork with new defensive maneuvers. And swing into action with new equipment called Fever Rackets. Keep a rally going to build up your fever gauge. Then unleash a fever shot. Freeze the court with the Ice Racket. Summon mushrooms that shrink your opponents using the Mini Mushroom Racket. Or duplicate yourself with the Shadow Racket. There are 30 Fever Rackets, each with their own abilities. Pair them with 38 playable characters, the most in series history, to find your own strategy. Let's see the game modes being served up. A talking flower provides riveting commentary in tournament mode. Aim for the top by completing different objectives in the Trial Towers mode. Play matches with unexpected rules in Mix It Up mode. Even some where you'll experience wonder effects. In the online modes, choose between casual play with customizable rules in Online Room, or go for glory in ranked matches. You can even gently swing your Joy-Con 2 controller like a racket for a more authentic experience in Swing mode. Plus, after encountering monsters on a remote island, Mario and friends are transformed into babies, kicking off a series of unexpected events in the game's Adventure mode. With their tennis skills gone, the babies will need to learn how to play.
What?
And defeat the monsters to return to normal.
Okay.
Mario Tennis Fever launches on Nintendo Switch 2 February 12th.
That was Mario Tennis Fever. It features familiar tennis gameplay, but unique to this latest entry are fever shots, which change depending on your racket. There are plenty of other modes as well, so please look forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
I get that Nintendo loves their first party stuff and there's a Mario anniversary, but please move on to the third party stuff. Yeah. I'm already done with Mario personally at this point.
What'll it be?
Is this Super Mario? Oh, a Switch 2 edition of Mario Wonder.
Multiplayer mayhem is coming to the Flower Kingdom in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Plus meetup in Bella Bell Park. A large plaza has been discovered in the Flower Kingdom. Bella Bell Park. Here, you can enjoy a variety of attractions that let you team up with or work against friends and family. Let's go over some of the things you can do.
Collect the most coins to win.
Guys, we spent 15
Collect
minutes on
coins
Mario.
as you make your way through the course. And don't miss your chance to get rich.
Whoever has the most lives at the end wins.
Use items to duke it out. Dodge attacks and try to survive.
Whoever's it at the end loses.
Run and hide and tag. If you're tagged, you're it. And the other players get to transform and hide.
Work together to relay.
Pass the bob-omb to each other so it doesn't explode before you reach the goal.
Work together to get to the goal.
Place donut blocks while your friends run across them.
Jump to the beat.
Jump in time and the lift will rise. Get in sync, then 1, 2, 3, jump. Plus, there are so many other attractions to enjoy. Grab your friends and family for multiplayer fun in Bella Bell Park. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition adds other new content as well. Look forward to more on that in the future. Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Meet Up in Bella Bell Park launches on Nintendo Switch 2.
Want to feel
next
depressed that
spring.
Mario Tennis game in the Switch 2 port will probably sell better than any modern FF game? Yeah, I know.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. As its name implies, Meet Up in Bella Bell Park adds more multiplayer options to enjoy. It also adds other new content, so stay tuned for more details in the future. About these chatty characters.
Was it something I said?
The talking flowers. We actually made them.
We kind of look alike.
Oh my god, I don't
Oh,
care.
really?
I don't care, bro.
Sometimes they'll talk on their own, just like that.
I mean, I like
These talking flowers
Mario,
can make
but
everyday
like,
life a little more fun.
damn.
They're planned for release next spring. Okay, next is the last game for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary part of this presentation.
It better be a new 3D Mario too. Otherwise, I'm gonna like Yoshi?
One day, on the island where Yoshi and his friends live, a talking book named Mr. E suddenly falls from the sky.
Yeah, it's a new Yoshi game, it looks like anyway.
It looks like the book has information within its pages about unusual creatures.
The new
But
Yoshi
it
story?
can't actually see what's written down. So Yoshi jumps in to help investigate. First, let's study this flower-like creature. We found
Yeah,
it
this is
right
like
away.
a new Yoshi story. Looks like.
It tastes
Our new
kinda
Yoshi Island?
sweet.
I don't know.
You can carry this creature on your back. Touch flower buds with it, and they'll bloom. As you wander through the book, you'll make all sorts of discoveries about the creatures you find. And those discoveries will be written down. Hey, we found some dandelions. Touch them, and they'll scatter in the air.
This is the ideal direct according to motherfuckers
Oh,
who be
no.
hating on
That creature is
JRPGs. Yeah. So true.
It
so
seems like
true.
the dandelions can absorb nutrients.
I'm late. What did I miss? You
They
missed
can
a
even cause
fuck
rocks to
ton of
crack.
Mario.
Thanks to them, we were able to break the rock.
This is literally the Mario Direct.
It looks like there are still lots of unusual creatures residing within the book. A page-turning adventure awaits. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next spring.
It's literally a new
A new
thing.
game starring Yoshi,
Yoshi.
is on the way.
It's not Yoshi's Island or
The
Yoshi's
game
Story.
takes place within a mysterious book. You'll make discoveries and encounter all sorts of things as you're exploring. Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary.
Oh, thank fucking God.
In addition to the games coming
Okay.
in the future, the new movie releases next spring. We hope you enjoy all sorts of adventures with
Okay,
Mario.
so we still got 40 minutes of other
Okay.
stuff.
We'll now begin our usual Nintendo Direct. First, we'll introduce games launching on Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
It's time to storm into Cryptica. The mesmerizing world of Cryptica awaits in this 2D side-scrolling roguelike adventure. Fight your way through this
Now
80s
talk about the Zelda
anime-inspired
movie?
realm
Yeah, I
solo
know, right?
Or with a friend in couch co-op, where every battle is twice as chaotic and twice as thrilling. Hone your swift swordplay against a variety of foes, uncover a wide array of unique melee and ranged weapons, and glide through ever-shifting biomes with graceful, acrobatic moves. With the help of magical creatures called Storm Hearts, you'll gain permanent upgrades to boost your abilities and help you on your next run. And in couch co-op mode, you can experiment with ability upgrades by combining and sharing power-ups for different playstyles. Storm Lancers launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system later today.
Are we expecting any kind of JRPG news? I mean,
The
maybe.
wilderness is calling.
Do you have a Switch 2? How often do you use it? I do not have a Switch 2 yet.
In this charming
Sorry, I'm
life
choked.
sim, there are plenty of ways to make this wilderness
There's just
your
nothing I
home.
want to play on it yet.
Plant crops, catch fish.
I'll buy one when
gather
there's
resources,
games, but
and
right now there's
plenty
no
more.
games.
But don't let your guard down while exploring. Wild creatures may attack, so use your tools, weapons, and wits to make it out in one piece. As you progress, you can turn this rugged island into a bustling town. Visit shops.
Yeah, and I barely
enjoy
use my
festivals,
Switch 1, honestly.
and talk
Like,
with visitors. Some of them might even decide
when
to
like a
live here.
big new game comes out
Up to
that's
4
Nintendo
friends can
exclusive,
build and
yeah.
explore together
But other than
in
that, I
local
pretty much
or online
never
co-op.
use my Switch.
Dinkum launches as a timed console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch system November 5th. Pre-orders and a demo will be available later today on Nintendo eShop.
There are some Nintendo games I love, but
Embark
like,
on a colorful adventure.
they are not constantly coming out, for sure. And so,
Save a mysterious planet in the platforming adventure Popcom. Team up locally or online in this multiplayer-only game. On this planet, color is key. Attack enemies with the same color to defeat them. Each adventurer can only fire 2 colors, so you'll need to swap
this is the best
between
direct
them
I've
during
ever
battle.
seen. You must be a
Timing is critical
huge
too.
Mario fan.
Work together to fire colors at the
Sorry, I
right
don't know what's
time
going on
to
in my throat.
overcome obstacles. You can also
You don't want to
use
replay
items like
Zelda on
shields to
Switch 2
block
with the
lasers,
exclusive mobile app that includes additional
or
story.
drones to create platforms.
Damn, I'm dying. But yeah,
Powerful bosses
basically
can
that's
be
all there is to
found at the
play.
end of stages. Team up to take them down.
Jesus, I sound like RFK
Additionally,
Jr.
in party mode,
My
up to
throat.
4 pals can take on a variety of challenges together. A colorful co-op adventure awaits in Popcom, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Here, on this small island floating in the sea, are main
Okay.
characters, each living their own
Okay.
carefree lives.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
When is the game coming out?
My
Let's take a
apologies,
look
chat.
at what's happening in the Tomodachi Life Living the Dream game. You're in charge of this island. You can create
There's a lot of
characters
mucus
anyone
on
you'd like
my
living here.
on my chest
Base them on a
because
friend,
of
a
allergies,
family
so
member, or
and it
even
keeps
yourself.
choking me up.
Once you've chosen their personality and voice,
3 chibi games in a
your
row,
me
I
is
know.
good to go.
I can't wait to start living here.
The me characters you create will enjoy their island life however they see fit.
Technically, even more than that if you count Mario as
Wonder what's
chibi,
up.
which I mean, technically
I'm
he
so
kind of
hungry.
is.
Food for thought.
Yum.
Enjoy. Looks like that hit the spot. This me looks bored all by their lonesome. Someone needs a pick-me-up.
Even charcoal with a Grammy. Oh, blast.
They really hit it off, all thanks to this meetup. This is just a small slice of the life here on the island. Stay tuned for more information in the future.
Ah. We interrupt to bring you some breaking news. This just in. Following previous reports of a 2026 release date, we can now confirm that Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, launches next spring. More on this story as it develops.
There was breaking news in that trailer. Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream will launch next spring. Please wait a little longer for this new dream life. Next up are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
dash, slash, and clash in these games. Get over here and choose your fighter
Oh,
in this
shit.
totally
Mortal Kombat.
collection of Mortal Kombat classics. This compilation features multiple classic games from the 90s and early 2000s, including arcade, console, and handheld versions. Friendship matters, so fight your pals locally or take the in-game tournament global with added support for online play. Want a break from combat? Dive into an interactive documentary that includes concept art, archival footage, and exclusive interviews with the original creators. Prepare to test your might when Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection launches digitally on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch October 30th, and physically December 12th.
Nice.
Experience the
Nice.
first game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy.
Let's go.
Step into the role of Cloud Strife, a former member of Shinra's elite
I wonder if we're gonna get a
soldier
release
unit.
date.
While he's working as a mercenary, the legendary hero Sephiroth, who supposedly died on a past mission, suddenly appears. The fate of the planet is now in your hands. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system January 22nd.
Okay, nice.
Save the world from malicious machines in this action roguelite adventure. Battle foes to rescue robot allies. Collect resources. And
Isn't this
create a
old
place
news?
for
No.
others to
Actually,
call
it didn't
home.
have an update.
And
I mean, a release
customize
date
your weapon
before.
classes and
We knew it
unlock
was coming,
powerful
but
abilities.
there was
You can
no
also
date.
catch fish,
So now we know
harvest
when
crops,
7R is coming to
and
Switch 2.
craft items between missions.
When do you think we'll get part 3?
Online, you can team up with friends in co-op or via
I think
game
it'll be
share.
announced.
Mouse controls are also
soonish.
supported on Nintendo Switch 2. Linked Banner of the Spark launches on Nintendo Switch 2.
That
and
trailer was
Nintendo
mostly
Switch
in-game.
later
Dude, they
today.
basically straight up showed the end of the game. Like the final boss fight. In that trailer. It's kind of fucking nuts. Hades 2!
Well, daughter of Hades. Princess of the underworld. It would seem that you are finally prepared. But time itself is against us. And war has come to Mount Olympus. Shall you rush
I hate
now
how
to
Nintendo
your
doesn't get
defense?
games until 2 years later. Honestly, that's probably the biggest argument for a Steam Deck over a Switch 2, is that
Or
if
shall
you
we
want to play it
strike
portable
our
on
enemy
Switch,
in the
you
heart
gotta
of
wait
the
like
underworld?
2 or more years, sometimes a lot more years than just 2, in order to play that game, right? Like, for Remake Integrate, I mean, it's a lot of fucking years that you're waiting to play that, so.
You know me, Headmistress. I'll do both.
Yeah, this
Death
is,
to Kronos.
yeah, the animation is amazing here.
Prepare to battle beyond the underworld of Greek myth in Hades 2. Play as the princess of the underworld to take on the sinister titan of time. Wield powerful weapons of night, the Sister Blades, the Moonstone Axe, the Witch's Staff, and more. Cast a binding circle to ensnare your enemies and gain the upper hand. Along the way, the gods of Olympus will grant you new skills and abilities. Mix and match to find the most powerful combinations. Each time you set out, you'll be faced with different choices. And you'll keep growing stronger and unlocking new upgrades. Discover new secrets and unravel the story. On Nintendo Switch 2, experience the action in up to 120 frames per second in TV mode. Hades 2 launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch
Nice.
September 25th.
Oh shit, that's real soon.
New amiibo figures ride in. The Kirby Air Riders game is coming soon, and 2 new amiibo are also on the way. Tap them to summon figure players that you can train. Your figure players will level up as they compete, and their machine's proficiency level will also increase. Plus, with the amiibo, you can swap riders. Just like in the game, you can choose your rider and machine. Levels are also transferred over. These 2 new amiibo will be available November 20th, the same day as the game's launch. Be on the lookout for even more Kirby Air Riders amiibo updates in the future. And a second Kirby Air Riders Direct, hosted by the game's director, Mr. Sakurai, is also on the way.
Oh, cool. Hyrule Warriors?
After traveling back in time, Princess Zelda meets the first king of Hyrule, Rauru, and the queen, Sonia. She joins them to take on Demon King Ganondorf in a conflict that will come to be known as the Imprisoning War. Take on hordes of enemies as you fight alongside your allies. Like this brave Korok. Get familiar with your allies' abilities so you know which character to swap to in any situation. Zonai devices can bring water, wind, and other effects to combat. Make strategic
Age of
use
slop.
of them to counter your
Yeah.
enemies and alter the flow of battle. Pair up with nearby allies to unleash mighty sync strikes. Depending on the pair, sync strikes can deal high damage or have a variety of other effects. Invite a friend to fight alongside you in split-screen co-op. And with Game Share, you can play together on 2 separate systems, even if only one player has the game. Uncover ancient truths that were only glimpsed in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment launches on Nintendo
Age of
Switch
telling you
2,
the story we
November
elected to
6th.
not tell you in Tears of the
Pre-orders
Kingdom so we
begin
could sell it to
later
you later.
today
Yeah.
on Nintendo eShop.
Basically, right? Tell the story in the fucking game. How about that? Like, the actual game. Wait, what the... Wait.
Right. That's enough for one day. Time for me to head back to the castle. And remember, not a word about this place to anyone. There's more to the world than this island, and we're going to prove it. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Wait. Is this Dragon Quest?
Imagined.
That's the spirit. Look out, world. Here we come.
Wow, February 5th?
That was Dragon
That's
Quest
like
7 reimagined.
really soon. Holy shit.
We hope you're looking forward to the journey ahead in this reimagined world. Now, we'd like
What
to
the
announce
fuck?
2 things. First, here's some news about the Nintendo Today smart device app. The app continues to deliver all sorts of information about Nintendo games and characters on a
Wow.
daily basis. And we're adding a new Kirby theme.
That's like the most major Square Enix
We're
news
also
in
delivering
like
information regularly about Kirby Air Riders leading
a
up to
long
the game's
time.
release. So please check
that
out.
also means that like I
Secondly,
feel like we're gonna
we
get
have
Dragon
news
Quest
about
8
Nintendo Switch
and
Online
9
Plus expansion pack.
remakes eventually too.
Please take a look at this.
I assume they're gonna remake all of Dragon Quest, if you think about it.
Coming to Nintendo Classics, Virtual Boy. You'll be able to enjoy a collection of Virtual Boy games in stereoscopic 3D while playing on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. In order to play, you'll need this dedicated accessory. This recreates the form of the original Virtual Boy hardware by inserting a console to play. Both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch are supported. Play Mario's Tennis, Galactic Pinball, Tellero Boxer, and more. The 14 classic games shown here are planned to be released over time.
Yeah, and DQ7
Virtual
remake
Boy
is coming
Nintendo
like soon.
Classics is scheduled to launch February
That's like
17th.
not even a year away, not even like
The
6 full
dedicated
months away.
accessory needed to play Virtual Boy Nintendo Classics will be available in the future. A cardboard model of the accessory will also be available.
So remember I told you on Twitter that DQ7 is connected to 1, 2, and 3, and that SE kept hitting at major
We hope
new
you're
story
looking forward
editions,
to
adding
Virtual
a new
Boy
ending to
Nintendo
DQ2.
Classics.
I think they plan on
Okay,
making a
let's see
connection
some
between
more
2 and
headlines.
7 more concrete. That makes perfect sense, yeah. That's cool.
The Crimson Butterfly soars again.
That's cool. I'm excited.
Minakami Village, a place said to have vanished from the map. But when twin sisters, Mio and Mayu, find themselves lost and wander into the village, they encounter the unthinkable. The victims of a past tragedy. Now, Mio must use the camera obscura, a device that can pacify the unsettled ghosts and find a way home. But as she delves deeper into the mystery,
Don't let go of my hand.
Mayu's sanity slips away. Where will the Crimson Butterfly lead them? Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake launches on
That's
the
cool.
Nintendo Switch 2 system early next
Fucking
year.
Fatal Frame getting a remake.
Upgrade your play with the Nintendo Switch 2 editions of these games.
Please be fucking Xenoblade, because
In the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of One Piece Pirate
Okay.
Warriors 4, you'll
Okay.
face off against
I
more
so don't
on-screen
give a
enemies
fuck.
than ever before.
do
as you aim to
Xenoblade, because
become
those games
king
are
of the
so
pirates.
fucking horrendous in terms of
Enjoy
like
camera play
resolution and frame
more
rate.
in Overcooked 2,
So I'm hoping
Nintendo
that-
Switch 2 edition.
Again-
Serve up dishes and reactions while you cook.
Yeah,
together.
I totally don't care about that getting a Switch 2 edition.
Mouse controls are cropping up in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Stardew Valley. Plus, up to 4 friends locally can play in split-screen multiplayer. And with Game Share, up to 4 players
80
can
to
play
120
together if one
hours?
person
Oh
has the
no.
game.
That's a lot.
5 new levels, including Candyland and Museum, are dropping in with Human Fall Flat Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Plus, with mouse controls, you can enjoy a new way to wobble with physics-based fun. Craving more to clean? Power Wash Simulator makes its triumphant return with a shiny new entry in the relaxing Clean 'em Up series. Unholster your washer and effortlessly blast the dirt away as you transform your sullied surroundings into squeaky clean scenes. Make use of new tools and supplies, including enhanced soap, a surface cleaner, additional power washers, and rigging equipment for those hard-to-reach places. Wash your way through a fresh campaign as you explore even more of Muckingham. Then venture into new, grimy locations, including Detergent Toe and Lubra City. After a hard day's work, take some time to unwind in your home base and spruce up the place with furniture and accessories you've collected. And for the first time, up to 4 players can make progress in the campaign.
Isn't this a
together
Square
in
Enix game?
online co-op.
Yeah, it's published by
Or
Square,
split the
so
work between 2 players with local split screen. Very satisfying indeed. Sit back, relax, and clean to your heart's content when Power Wash Simulator 2 launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this fall. The fruit matching phenomenon
Suika,
returns.
let's go.
Suika game is back and rounder than ever. This time, the fruit falls
What?
toward the
Suika
center
Game
of a
Planet?
circle, and you can drop it from any angle. It's 360 degrees of fruit dropping fun. If you combine fruits a certain number of times, it's super evolution time. When this is active, you can earn bonus points based on the number of fruits you merge. Plus, with the Nintendo Switch 2 version, you can play with others locally via GameShare. This allows you and up to 3 players to drop and merge fruit together in co-op.
Oh, this is cool. My girlfriend loved the first one. She's gonna be so
aim, and
excited
go for the watermelon
when I tell her that there's a
Suika Game Planet launches
So,
on Nintendo Switch 2
this
and
game,
Nintendo
at least the
Switch
first one,
this winter.
absolutely amazing. If you never played it, it's like $3. I actually highly recommend playing it. It's actually fucking incredible. This is Metroid? Very cool. Yes, Metroid Prime 4. Nice. Oh, it's coming in December. Shit. What is this? Oh.
This is where you're from, DK?
DLC?
This island is beautiful.
DLC is smashing its way into Donkey Kong Bonanza. This new edition lets you barrel around DK Island, the home of some familiar faces. And if if you finish the main game story. Void Kong will offer you a position in the ranks of the Void Company.
Oh man, Nintendo fans are gonna be like over the moon with this direct.
Your mission? Collect as much shiny green ore as you can in Emerald Rush. Meet your emerald quota within the time limit to clear each round.
Almost thought it was KH1 Remake, brother. KH1, KH in general is never getting content.
Collect a fossil and you'll get to pick from 3 random ones. Perks have different effects, like getting more emeralds from defeated enemies or more jam-packed treasure chests. There are all sorts to choose from. Gain and stack perks, then collect oodles of emeralds. You can also smash Vanadium gems to gain random skills that power up Donkey Kong during your run. Your perks and skills reset after each run. But Fossil and Vanadium gem locations stay the same. Refine your winning strategy with each go. When a run ends, you'll earn in-game rewards based on how well you did. Playing can net you new fashions and statues to display on DK Island. Plus, you'll get to play Emerald Rush on more layers. Take on the challenge to earn that promotion. The Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island, and Emerald Rush paid DLC launches on Nintendo Switch 2 later today. Plus, a free demo of the main game will also be available on Nintendo eShop later today.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is getting paid DLC called DK Island and Emerald Rush. Please look forward to collecting lots of emeralds in Emerald Rush and exploring this modern take on DK Island. Next, please take a look at this.
Pokemans.
This land is just waiting to be shaped by a Ditto.
Is this a Ditto game?
And what's that in the grass? Oh, that's Bulbasaur, a grass-type Pokemon. What's this? Looks like Ditto's got an idea. By learning this move, you can make grass grow. Squirtle's water gun will keep it all healthy. As nature flourishes, so do the Pokemon. Collect rocks and wood to build with. Till the fields and grow delicious crops. Build homes for the Pokemon you meet. There's so much to do here. No need to rush, though.
Very interesting idea for a game.
Go at your own pace. And you'll have a wonderful space before you know it. Pokemon Pokopia.
I guess.
A brand new
Bro.
Pokemon game is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you're looking forward to Pokemon Pokopia, where a Ditto with a
It
human
is literally
appearance
Dragon
builds a
Quest
new
builders,
life
but
with other
Pokemon themed. Wow. Yeah.
Next, we have information about another Pokemon game, which launches very soon.
Is it ZA? Yeah.
It appears that new Mega Evolved Pokemon have been discovered in Lumio City, where people and Pokemon live. Pokemon Legends ZA launches October 16th. We have one more Pokemon trailer. Please take a look.
Raichu? Mega Dimension?
Pokemon Legends ZA is getting paid DLC called Mega Dimension. Raichu has 2 different Mega Evolutions. How do you think they'll perform? More details will be shared in the future. Let's move on to some more headlines.
Ready for some killer fun in the sun?
Are you okay?
Is this
You seem
Danganronpa?
pretty out of it.
Originally released over 10 years ago, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair is making the ultimate comeback. While on a school trip to Jabberwock Island, you and your classmates are trapped in a murderous game. After each deadly incident, a heated class trial will begin. In high-speed detective action, you'll shoot down contradictions and counter opponents to reveal the truth. And along with the main game, an additional story is included. One incident will trigger an entirely new scenario with different victims and culprits.
The wait is over. The next class trial is about to begin.
Danganronpa 2x2 launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems next year. Make history in the 3 kingdoms.
Oh shit, is Dynasty Warriors Origins
Dynasty
coming
Warriors
to
Origins
Switch
is
2?
marching on to Nintendo Switch 2.
Cool.
The 3 kingdoms, an era of warring factions. as a nameless hero. Join forces with Xiao Xiao, Sun Jian, or Liu Bei on your journey to become a true warrior. Your choices will influence your story and may even alter historical events from the Three Kingdoms. Plus, paid DLC is on the way. Choose a different path and experience new developments that weren't in the main story. Walk your own path and become a
I hate how in the Nintendo Direct how they upsell like paid DLC. Because the narrator's always is just like, paid DLC is coming, bros. I'm like, fuck up.
Two fates are now intertwined. Welcome to the sprawling world of Monster Hunter, where all sorts of monsters live. By bonding with certain creatures called monsties, you can
Nintendo
traverse
thinks
the
paid
land,
DLC is a positive buzzword. I know.
swim across water,
They're like the thing you've finally been waiting for.
and
Paid
fly through the air as
DLC.
you freely explore the map. However, a strange phenomenon that causes petrification now threatens the world. It's up to you to venture forth and find the source of the danger in order to prevent total calamity. Raise your monsties, bond with them, and work together to face whatever stands in your path. Monster Hunter Stories 3: Twisted Reflection soars onto Nintendo Switch 2, March 13th.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I appreciate about Nintendo Direct, guys, is that not once have I had to mute this because they had some type of copyrighted music playing. And that's more than I can say about any other game show or anything else that's ever done. We have one more 7 game left to reveal, unless it was really E7 and only on the JP stream. It probably is. Like, let's be real. Persona 3 Reload! Oh, the demo is coming today? Cool. And it's going to be available next month. Awesome. Whole new overworld map? Dang, that's cool. Dragon Quest is getting awesome remakes.
Hello? Yes.
RE9?
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss
RE9 is coming to Switch 2. Wait, so then the rumors might be true. Because the rumors also said that RE9 is coming to PS4. So that also might be true.
Oh, you're FBI? Investigating all these strange deaths.
What?
Grace, stay close to me.
I'm coming.
Keep moving. What's wrong? I'll explain later.
This is like the last thing I was expecting to see here today. Especially a new trailer. Holy fuck. There's no way in hell I would ever play this on a Switch 2.
Unique.
But I'm glad to see new content for it.
Something important. Grace.
There's no escaping your destiny.
I'm so excited for this game. But yeah, I'm not playing that shit on Switch 2. Oh. 7 and 8. Okay, there goes the third 7 game. Already 7 and 8 are coming.
Resident Evil series is launching on Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you're looking forward to Resident Evil Requiem, where you'll face unknown nightmares. Plus, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, the first in the series with a first-person perspective. And Resident Evil Village, which broke new ground for the series, also launched the same day. Thank you for watching so far. Next will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
It's gonna be more Mario. No, wait, what is this? Is this Fire Emblem?
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength. Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts.
This.
Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun.
Is this Fire Emblem?
I only want to fight so I can save my father's life.
Yeah!
What I seek is a great strength, an unyielding strength for any foe, sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold dear. Above all, I need the strength to lead my people, strength enough for a queen!
Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes.
With this blade.
Bro looks like Alucard.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me. For that reason, I refuse.
Oh, the
to
new
die.
character designs look so good, man.
I won't let you hurt her!
And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
For those who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire.
Yo.
So say I.
Okay, I'm buying a Switch 2 now. This was the one thing I needed. What's the name? Fortune's Weave? Yes! Okay, fuck it. I'm buying a Switch 2 now.
Weren't they? Have you forgotten me so soon?
Yo! So this, yeah, that's her.
That was
But
the
she's
trailer
like
for
big
Fire
now.
Emblem, Fortune's Weave.
Is this a sequel to Three Houses? I mean,
This
Sothis is
story
there.
happens alongside the thrilling, heroic games. What kinds of stories await? Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
what? Okay. Okay. Dragon Quest VII Remake and Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave, I believe it's called. That got me, bro. They got me. They got me. That was tight as fuck. This was a good direct. I'm actually glad that I woke up for it. I'm actually glad that I woke up for a direct. And I don't normally wake up for these, but like with this one I was like, okay, I'll wake up. Yeah, so it looks like the same world as Three Houses, but it's a different continent that is more Greek, Roman, and Egyptian themed. It isn't the first time an FE game is set in a same world but a different continent, and a dragon or god type character returns much older. Yeah, that's cool. Setting it in the same world as Three Houses makes sense. Three Houses is basically like the FF7 or the Persona 5 of Fire Emblem. You know, it's like the most popular thing ever. It sold 4 million, which was like, you know, their biggest thing ever. That was surprisingly good. Yeah, that was a very solid direct. That was like the best Nintendo direct in like a really long time. And this week, did you see the second trailer of Resident Evil 9? Looks so good. Yeah, no, that looks really fucking good. Looks really fucking good. There is no way in fucking hell I will play Resident Evil 9 on a Switch 2. You cannot get me to do that. I absolutely will not be playing that game on a Switch 2, no matter what. I am playing that game on a high-powered PC. Thank you. And then, if not a high-powered PC, I would play it on a PS5. But I'm so not fucking playing that on a Switch 2. I'm sorry. There's just no fucking way that's happening. Replay the Dragon Quest trailer. We can replay the Dragon Quest trailer. Why not? Yo, why the fuck is it? Oh, wait. It's because of the... Here. If I... Of course I did that. Well, let me just redo the cropping real quick. Actually, I'll just fucking make it big. If the thing will let me. Oh my god. There we go. We'll just do it like that.
Right. That's enough for one day. Time for me to head back to the
No new
castle.
3D Mario is also
And
surprising.
remember,
Yeah,
not a word about this place to
very
anyone.
surprising, really, because I thought
There's
all
more to the world
20
than
minutes
this
of fucking Mario
we're
was
going
building
to
up to
prove
a
it.
new 3D Mario, right?
Okay. One,
But then it
two,
didn't,
three.
and that was kind of surprising. So let me sure I have the. Oops. It's a little. Still a little cropped. Fuck it. No.
It all began with a spark of curiosity. Guided by a mysterious
This looks really cool.
a group of young heroes embark on a journey.
It's insane how we're going to have 4 Dragon Quest remakes in like 2 years. I know.
They'll encounter mighty foes and a myriad of
So basically, I mean, essentially they had 4 Dragon Quest remakes in simultaneous development too. That's what that also means. Want to know some weird deep DQ7 lore? The main character is a time-traveled fetus that a piece of God took from a woman's womb in the past and put inside another woman so he could one day save the world. No joke. Bit of a weird one. Oh, shit. That is crazy.
Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
That's super awesome. But like what we really need to look at though, what I'm really like freaking the fuck out over is this shit. So for those of you who don't know, real quick, a little bit of NSP gaming lore. Actually, the reason I bought the first Switch was for Fire Emblem Three Houses. So, yeah, I will be buying a Switch 2 for this as well.
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength. Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts.
Which house did I pick?
Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games
Yes.
have begun.
Turn up volume. Okay.
So I can save my father's life.
What I seek is a great strength.
Yeah, the
Unyielding
music is
strength
great.
For any foe. Sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold dear. Above all, I need the strength to lead my people. Strength enough for a queen!
It is imperative that I face it again. I must cull it with this blade.
My full strength.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me. For that reason,
Blue
I
Lions?
refuse to
No.
die.
I won't let you hurt her!
And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
For those who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the Divine Sovereign, that I vow to you.
Fuck yes, man. Black Eagles? Dude, no. I literally look like Claude. I literally look like Claude Von Regan.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. This shit went to Eye Patch Wolf's stream. Yeah, I literally look like... Of course I chose Claude. It's like literally my twin. I cosplayed him even because I look so much like him. It was like the easiest cosplay ever. I just had to like throw on the thing. And back when I used to cosplay, I would wear wigs, you know, to get the hair. But I didn't have to do that. I literally just had to like piece the thing in there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so obviously golden deer pill. I actually, bro. I literally have this right here. I literally have, like, literally. Hello. Like, I mean, he's literally fucking me, dude. Literally. Yeah. So, anyway, like I said, I loved Fire Emblem Three Houses. Very excited to see that the new game is taking place in the same world, different continent. And, yeah. Be sure to join Golden Deer, motherfucker. Holy shit, there's two of them? I know. Okay, and like, that's also like part of like what baited me to play Three Houses so hard, because I was like, yo, they literally made a character that like stole my fucking likeness. Like, didn't even change up the homework. Even personality wise, he is like very similar to me. I was so like, holy shit, Nintendo like stole my fucking likeness. Like that was the impression that I got like when I first like played Fire Emblem Three Houses. Is I was like, Nintendo just straight up said, we are making NSP the fucking character, the game. And yeah, so I was a big FE3H guy. I'm trying to see if I still have a picture of the Claude cosplay somewhere. I know I do. I know I do. It's somewhere. Oh, you have to scroll for fucking ever. I was gonna show it, but I don't even know. There's pictures out there though. For sure. And I look good. But anyway, yes, I am Claude. My first guess was blue lions off of the color. That makes sense. But no. Yeah, I'm a big golden deer guy. I went black eagles, but I let Claude live. Okay, that's also a respectable route. Honestly, like, killing Claude is so forced anyways. Like, I feel like it was, like, never a thing that had to happen. But they made it happen anyway. God, dude, I'm so fucking hyped. I'm gonna, like, replay Three Houses. I'm fucking replaying Three Houses because I'm so fucking excited, dude. I am like man. Golden Deer forever. I know. I'm still screaming over DQ8. Square Enix can deliver with good remakes. Yeah, so, I mean, Dragon Quest 12, recently in an interview, Hori was like, let me see if I can find it. I'm actually surprised it didn't get more attention. Like, it kind of went like completely untalked about. I'm actually like very shocked like how untalked about this went. He said that, oh, I don't have this showing. You've said that Dragon Quest XII will adopt a darker tone than previous entries in the series. The mainline games have always maintained a near-perfect balance between light and dark in true storybook fashion. Were there concerns from yourself or elsewhere in the development team that attempting a darker approach might jeopardize that tonal tightrope walk? The ongoing production of Dragon Quest XII has been going through some difficulties. We are not allowed to provide you with anything except for the release information. All we can say is we are working really hard and hope you're looking forward to it. So this is actually kind of crazy that no one talked about this part in particular. Dragon Quest XII has been going through some ongoing difficulties, which is why we haven't seen it. Bear in mind, like, Dragon Quest XII actually started development in like 2019. Like years before they even announced the logo. It started like a year after Dragon Quest XI had been launched. Right? So, is that a year? Was it 2 years? Pretty sure it started in like 2019, if I recall correctly. Crosby will correct me in the chat here. But Dragon Quest XII's been in development for a minute now. And the fact that it's been like 6 years is actually kind of fucking crazy. But, you know, the fact that he's saying that they're going through development hell essentially shows that something is going wrong. And for the first time, it's not engine trouble, I don't imagine, because they're using Unreal Engine 5, right? So this is a very established engine that everyone in the industry uses. So, I don't know. Who knows what's going on? But something is happening, and Dragon Quest XII is being delayed for a really, really long time. This interview is also the reason I'm not too worried about 7R3 and KH4 because both game directors have said games are going according to schedule, and SE usually shut the fucks up or gives a comment like this. Yeah, I mean, it's really concerning when you get a comment like this because this is some like versus type shit. But honestly, even during versus, I felt like they would always say everything is going smoothly when things are not going smoothly. I wouldn't be surprised if Sugiyama dying has caused a massive snag, since if I recall correctly, Sugiyama owned a stake in the franchise. Right. Sugiyama's passing, Toriyama's passing. It's a pretty tough situation for them. They have a lot of things going on that is not very conducive for Dragon Quest 12. So DQ fans and KH fans have so much in common, except for the part that they don't cry every day on Twitter. I think that's like the main difference. I mean, it took Kotaku to say Versus was canceled, and that to blow up to the point that they had to say something because they were quiet. It was okay. So what's actually so funny is that Kotaku was actually right. Versus was canceled at that point. They were already they basically had already canceled it and were working on Final Fantasy 15. Because the rumor is that Versus had been canceled and whatever was remained of it had been folded over into Final Fantasy 15. What I missed, I stepped away to get some food. Oh, we were talking about Dragon Quest, actually. We were talking about DQ12 and the fact that Hori said that Dragon Quest 12 had been going through some difficulties. And we related that back to things like Sugiyama's passing and Toriyama's passing. And yeah. Is Versus one of the mini games that Jason Schreier canceled? I mean, maybe. Maybe he did. But yeah, so the fact that he's just bluntly we're going through it right now is pretty nuts. And I also feel like Kingdom Hearts 4, they said it's been going smoothly and according to schedule, but I do feel like KH4 has been going through it in some capacity, because I cannot stop thinking about that very cryptic comment that Nomura made about something determining the future of Kingdom Hearts development. Let me see if I can find that shit. Determine the direction or something like that. Let me see. This was kind of it. Wow, zooming in doesn't make the image bigger, and then because of the way I have this shit cropped. Okay. I had to fuck my cropping up even more. This was from Audrey, who transcribed this. Apparently, Nomura was at the Kingdom Hearts Second Breath concert today, and his commentary with Shimomura was interesting. Here's the transcript. Last year, after the KH event, there was something that happened that determined the direction of the KH series. Huh? What? What happened? Reaction that looked but it must be all right now. Nomura turning to Shimomura. Oh, you didn't know? Shimomura, confused. I'll tell you backstage. So I hate that he said that cryptic shit publicly. I mean, I love for the developers to give away as much as possible, because it's really only through the devs giving away as much as possible that we learn about this stuff. Imagine if Square did the whole don't announce anything until it's ready, that for some reason all these Square Enix fans like cheered for, we would have never even known that Versus 13 existed. And 15 would have just came out like that. Like it would have just released and been like that. And I don't think that would have helped 15. But I don't know. Maybe Versus not existing in our minds would have not helped it. I don't know. But I like knowing this stuff. I want to know it. I'm convinced this meant Verum Rex is its own thing now and no ties to KH. I don't know. Bro, this could literally mean anything. This could like literally be like something good or bad. I literally don't know. The doomer in me feels like it's bad, but it could be good. The only reason I feel like it's bad is like, does something good ever happen that determines the direction of something? Just the phrasing of it feels ominous to me. All right? Because normally if things are going optimally, it feels like you're determining the direction of the game. But he says that something happened that determined the direction of the game. So, just in like a general, like logical sense, it implies that an outside force has come in and determined the direction of the game. I don't know. Like, it may not be Doomer. It may not be Doomer at all. It could even be a good thing. But, like, it's really hard for me to not read it Doomer. Because it does sound like something external to him, external to circumstances he can control, determined the direction of the KH series. And the fact that Shimamura didn't even know is also like really, really concerning. I guess it can't be like that big because she wasn't like aware of it, maybe. So, you know, there's like a possibility that maybe no, but I got pregnant. He got pregnant with darkness, and he's going to have like a darkness baby. And it's going to be a nobody of sorts. So I don't know. Nomura was visited by the 3 ghosts of Versus 13 Pass. Yeah, the whole Versus 13 trilogy. Okay, so we get a look at how good Dragon Quest 7 looks. Let me fuck the cropping again because there we go. Dang, this looks good. This looks really good. Bro, this is so PS1 coded. I mean, it is a PS1 remake, right? But this is cool. This is cool. So, I'm willing to bet Seven Sandwich, you actually like took the words from my mouth. I was actually just about to say, I was literally fixing my mouth to say, I bet that this is the ballpark of Final Fantasy IX Remake. Plus or minus. Pretty much what I imagined. I really yearn for one more DQ8 remake. Yeah. That's kind of the one that probably most people are waiting on. But this looks cool. This looks hella cool. And dude, it's launching February 5th, 2026. That's nuts. That's so soon. I don't care about y'all, but I feel like Square is cooking with Dragon Quest series and is moving in the right direction for sure. The only worry is just like what's going on with 12, since they said that they had development difficulties, which implies that there's something going on other than the engine, because they're using Unreal Engine, and there's no secrets to Unreal Engine. Not really. Maybe optimization secrets, but I don't know if they're having. I don't imagine they're having problems with that from the sounds of it. Part of me wonders if 7 getting remade is a stopgap for 12. Yeah. I mean, that's essentially like what they're doing, is like trying to like fill in the gap between that and 12. But also too, they're trying to make like basically the entire Dragon Quest series available on modern hardware. So the new business meta is basically remaking your entire series. That's like what you do now. Is you go through a popular series and you remake all of it. This is kind of happening with Persona. Persona, it's happening out of order. They're doing the modern Persona games first, and then they're going to go back and do Persona 1 and 2. I can guarantee you that Persona 1 and 2 are getting remakes. 100%. I don't even think it's a question on whether like P1 and P2 remakes are happening. That's for sure. And so they're going to remake all of Persona. They're going to remake all of Dragon Quest. It's happening with the Tales games too, right? I don't think it's going to happen with Final Fantasy. I think the pixel remasters are going to serve as like, the thing. But honestly, and I don't say this as like, I basically say this as a business-minded person and not like the art brain in me that like is just like, please make some new shit. Fuck these remakes. And not to say remakes are bad. It's just that I value new games more than remakes. I do value remakes, but only when it's like a game that I haven't played before and is like super impossible to get. So like if they remake Persona 1 and 2, I value that more than remaking Persona 4 by like a trillion miles. And I love Persona 4 a lot. But it's just like, I played Persona 4 and that game is already like kind of perfect as it is. And then you're just going to remake Persona 4 and it's just going to be like, I've played Persona 4 and it's a great game. Do I need to play Persona 4 again? But yeah, when it's a game like Nier Replicant, for example, though, and not a lot of people played it, and it also had a metric fuck ton of tech issues and gameplay issues that inhibit it from being like the best game it could be, and like the Metascore jumped by like 20 points from the original game to the remake, I think, and something crazy like that. That's when I'm like, okay, that's actually like really fucking important to release. But yeah, when it's like fucking here's like, you know, another game that you've played a million times is already a perfect game, and then we're gonna remake it again. I'm like, whatever the fuck. But this being said, everything being accounted for, if I were Square Enix and seeing this trend, I would also be remaking every Final Fantasy. Well, not every Final. I would remake Final Fantasy 4 through 10. I think 1, 2, and 3 are good enough as they are. I don't think anyone is like that crazy about 1, 2, and 3. Maybe they can be, you know, maybe they can get some type of remakes, but I don't think that they really need it. Anyway, yeah, I would remake 4 through 10. And those are like the most beloved titles. I would remake all the Golden Age games. I would go back and then start with Final Fantasy 4. And I don't think that they would be like, they probably wouldn't be like, they would not be like Final Fantasy 7 Remake for sure. I think 4 through 6 would be like maybe HD 2D or maybe something that looks like Dragon Quest 7 Remake, right? And I would do that. And then 8 would be the one that I give like a little bit of sauce to in terms of like visual production. 8 and 10. But yeah, I think that like the thing that Square should probably do is remake Final Fantasy 4 through 10. Again, I don't like the idea of that artistically, but business-wise, probably remaking 4 through 10 is like, is probably the right business decision to do. And also, too, more controversially than that, when we're speaking of like the right business decision, again, I'm not saying that like from like an artistic perspective, from like a gamer perspective, that like this is necessarily like what I think should happen, but I'm just literally talking about like what makes business sense to do. They should also probably start remaking the whole Kingdom Hearts series. And they should have like frequent like KH remakes. Right? I don't think the wait to KH4 would have been so bad if we were sitting on Kingdom Hearts 1 remake right now, which is what I think we should have been playing this year even. I would go as far as to say. We should have been playing Kingdom Hearts 1 remake this year, and that should have been holding us over until Kingdom Hearts 4. And I think that they should. I don't think they need to remake the whole series. I think that just 1, Birth by Sleep, and 2 would be enough. Granted, they could never fucking remake KH2. Like, I'm so convinced they'd fuck up KH2. Like KH2 Combat? No way. So convinced. The only KH remakes I think are needed are Days, Recoded, and Reunion Cross. I don't think that they should remake Recoded. I think it's good. I think you can leave it as it is. It doesn't need to be remade. But, again, I get what you're saying, though. But, like, I'm just talking, like, business sense. I'm not talking about, like, artistically, like, what would benefit from a remake. I'm literally talking about how to money max and franchise max. From that perspective, like, they should have remade KH1 and it should have came out, like, this year. IMO, or last year. KH1 remake should have been, like, yeah. If they knew KH4 was going to take this long, remaking KH1 would have been, like, a great time to do that right now. All the 1.5, 2.5 games should have had some type of visual upgrade at least. Yeah. Well, the problem with Kingdom Hearts is right now is that they don't have a B team anymore. So it used to be that between Kingdom Hearts games, you get all of these, and I'm using this word just in the general sense to mean non-numbered games, Kingdom Hearts fans, so don't jump down my throat. But you'd get all the spin-off games in between the mainline numbered entry games. And you don't get that anymore. Now, that's also kind of a benefit, too, in a lot of ways, because those games made keeping up with Kingdom Hearts a fuck ton more difficult. And they also spread them across different hardware. So in order to play Kingdom Hearts and know all of the story, you would need to buy multiple pieces of hardware. Now, nowadays, idealistically, they could, have it be multi-platform. But if it's anything like they were doing in the past, it would be like, okay, you need a Switch 2 for this game, you need a PS5 for this game, and then we're going to put this other game on mobile. And I'm very fucking glad that that's not what we're doing. Missing Link was probably in-house since Osaka was hiring Missing Link game designers in-house last year. Yeah, Salmon, like, my understanding is that Missing Link was in-house, which honestly makes the cancellation even more devastating because that was, like, Square Enix employees and shit that, like, could have been working on something much more important. Now, my hope is that since they already have a team there that had been accustomed to working on Kingdom Hearts for 6 fucking years, 100 developers, and it got canceled, is, that hopefully they are working on new KH stuff. So let's take a look at this. Everything you need to know about Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Let me recenter this. Fuck my cropping. We're beyond excited to announce Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is coming to Switch 2, Nintendo Switch. Oh, it's coming to the first Switch as well. PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC via Microsoft Store and Steam, February 5th, 2026. Damn, it is coming to fucking everything that can play a video game right now. The first thing that probably grabbed you about it are the visuals, right? It's understandable. The Acclaim RPG has been, well, reimagined. This is, what's actually funny? I have to say this for a second. It's really funny that Final Fantasy VII Remake is called Remake, and Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is called Reimagine. They need to switch fucking titles. Because this is a remake, and Final Fantasy VII is the reimagining. But I digress. In a new handcrafted visual style that bursts with personality and charm. Rest assured, though, this game's beauty is more than skin deep. It's an utterly superb RPG with an incredible story, amazing characters, and brilliant turn-based battles. You can get a sense of what to expect in the trailer, or read on and we'll tell you everything we need to know about it. What is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined? Dragon Quest VII is an epic RPG that offers a compelling tale of discovery across time itself. It begins on Estrid Island, a secluded island nestled in a vast ocean. A simple moment of curiosity leads a group of childhood friends into an epic adventure across both past and present, where they uncover malevolent forces and the true nature of their world. As the game's name implies, it's a full remake of Dragon Quest VII Fragments of the Forgotten Past, which originally released in 2000 in Japan, on PlayStation, and in 2001 in North America. It later received a remake for 3DS, which released February 2013, and in Japan in 2016 in North America, Europe, and Australia. This new version of the game features a new handcrafted visual aesthetic that brings the world and its characters to life like never before. Not only that, but the revamped battle mechanics and quality of life features make the game feel fresh and modern, whether you're a new player or a series veteran. The story has also been significantly streamlined. Told through a series of vignettes with an overarching narrative, it's been reworked to be pacier and more accessible to players while maintaining the narrative depth that the game is known for. Okay, so they are making some story changes here. So it's not going to be quite the same. The character designs in Dragon Quest VII were originally created by legendary artist Akira Toriyama. For this game, they've been recreated in a charming, handcrafted 3D style which captures all the charm and style of those original designs. The world has also been reimagined as bright and detailed dioramas, which are fully detailed while maintaining the original warmth and atmosphere of the original game, as you can see here. What do you do in Dragon Quest VII Reimagined? Dragon Quest VII Reimagined tells a thrilling story about a group of friends on an adventure of a lifetime. As part of this adventure, you'll seek out fragments of tablets to unlock passages to different islands in the past, each with exciting scenarios and stories to discover. As you play through the story and explore different paths, you'll discover towns, dungeons, and fields, take on deadly foes, and discover secrets aplenty. You'll find side quests and minigames too. This is a game that rewards the curious. In short, it's everything you could want from an RPG. Exploration, battles, secrets, all tied together by a great story with lovable characters. Speaking of battles, an updated battle system. The world of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is full of iconic monsters, but don't be distracted by their appealing designs. These creatures can do some serious damage if not dealt with promptly. Fortunately, your party are more than up to the task. Enemies are visible on the field. Touch one and you'll start a battle, unless it's weaker than you. If that's the case, preemptively strike it and you'll defeat it there and then, which keeps the adventure moving at a brisk pace. Oh, okay, so they're doing like the whole metaphor thing, right? Where you whack the enemy and they're too weak and they die. Cool. Combat is turn-based. You issue commands to your party and they execute them. A brand new feature of this game is the ability to moonlight. Essentially, each member of the team can now equip up to 2 vocations. These vocations determine what abilities and spells they have access to in battle, and the new moonlighting feature means you have more options in battle than ever before. Each of these vocations also features a special vocational perk. These perks range from powerful attacks to buffs for your allies, and although they can only be used when a character is worked up, they can change the tide of battle in an instant. For example, the Monster Master vocation, new for this version of the game, features the positive reinforcement perk, which summons powerful monsters to attack your foes. There are plenty of quality of life features to make battles fun and convenient too. As well as automatically defeating weaker foes, you can set tactics for your protagonists and allies, so they battle to a particular strategy without a need for direct command. You can also speed up fights to make them fly by. A message from producer Takeshi Ichikawa. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is a new version of Dragon Quest VII that has been built from the ground up for modern audiences. When we decided to remake Dragon Quest VII, we thought deeply about the visual direction. We wanted audiences worldwide, not just in Japan, to grow fond of the charming character designed by Akira Toriyama. So in order to depict the depth and feel of Dragon Quest VII's story more vividly, we took on a new challenge for Dragon Quest series, employing a handcrafted art style and developing in-game environments that resemble dioramas. Sakaguchi pilled. Let's go. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined not only reimagines the visual and emotional portrayal of its characters, but also makes the game's story significantly more approachable and accessible. So whether you enjoyed Dragon Quest VII on its original release, or struggled to collect all the tablets, or are just experiencing the Dragon Quest series for the first time, we believe the game will provide a satisfying experience. We hope you all enjoy. And again, yeah, it's coming to all platforms, and yeah. FF7 on Twitter just confirmed the full trilogy will be on every platform. Did it really? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, let me click the tweet. Sorry. My brain is all... I'll zoom in for you all. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate arrives on Switch 2, Xbox Series X, and Xbox on PC, January 22nd, 2026. That's not all. The Remake trilogy will also be making its way to Switch 2, Xbox Series X, and PC, Xbox on PC, as well as PlayStation 5, Steam, and the Epic Game Store. Here is what's very interesting about this statement. By the way, this is a very, very cool render. This is a brand new render, I think, too. Very awesome. However, what this makes me think, are they essentially confirming that there's not going to be any more exclusivity going forward, right? Like, is it going to be available on all platforms? That's certainly what it sounds like, right? That's certainly what it sounds like. It sounds like they are going for multi-platform in a very big way. And they are going to come out with part 3 being multi-platform day 1. Now, I don't think that is going to, like... I don't think that's going to make part 3 sell like 1 trillion copies, but it'll definitely help. It'll definitely help. Make its way? Oh, you're right. Well, okay. So the reason I still say that, though, I don't think it'll be probably won't be available at launch. But the thing is that the fact, if they signed an exclusivity contract with Sony, then they're not allowed to announce part 3 for all platforms. You know what I'm saying? But this just basically announced that part 3 is coming to every platform. So normally they would shy away from saying this explicitly. I do imagine that they probably do have something signed with Sony, though. This definitely sounds like the exclusivity contract has been broken off to me, yeah. It may not be, but it definitely sounds like they've, at the very least, renegotiated the terms of the exclusivity contract. So it might be that, like, the window for part 3's exclusivity is, like, the tiniest. And then it immediately goes to PC and other platforms. But I'm telling you right now that if this game comes out for PS5 exclusively, I am probably doing the least thorough playthrough of anything I've ever done. Because I just don't want to fucking play this game on a PS5 if it's going to play like how the first game did on PS5. I mean, not the first game. Like how Rebirth did on PS5. Paul, thank you for the super chat. Square is done with exclusivity. It is also about Japan. Switch 2 has 1/3 of the PS5 lifetime sales. That's within 2 months of release. Yeah. So they need to be on Switch 2 and they need to be on PS5. That would be incredibly unfortunate if it's not at least on PS5 and PC. It would be insanely unfortunate. And again, Paul, thank you for the super chat. It would be like horrendous, man. It would just be catastrophic for me if I can't play this game on PC day 1. I do not want to play this game on a PlayStation. I cannot stress that enough, like how badly I do not want to play Part 3 on a PlayStation. No offense to console fans or anything like that, but like you guys have seen how the PS versions of the game have come out versus like playing it on PC. I don't want to have to like buy a new piece of hardware in order to play a Final Fantasy VII game again. Yeah, I was having a better time on PC. It was crisp. Yeah, exactly. There were tech issues with Remake on PS4. There were tech issues with Rebirth. And I'm just like, dude, please just let Part 3 come out and like it's on PC. And I don't have to worry about like frame rate or resolution shit. And I can just like, just get a PS5 Pro, dude. No, I am not spending $700 to play still an inferior version of the fucking game. Just get a PS5 Pro is like, I don't even want 60 frames, dude. I want 120 frames. Ultra wide. Dog, I'm not spending. Actually, it's almost $800 because of Trump's tariffs. So they raised the price. It's like $750. I'm not paying $750. $750, big dog. That's the price of a graphics card. A good graphics card that could run, let's just call it Return, at 120 frames. So why would I settle for bitch ass PSSR when I can play it at native resolution? You know? With a good frame rate, a better frame rate, and I can mod it. Versus playing it with like, versus buying another PlayStation 5 so that PlayStation 5 games can look like how they were supposed to on the first fucking PS5 you sold me. BBW Cloud Mod. What the fuck? I'm still rocking a 2060 Super in 2025 and I can play whatever games I want. Well, that's because like that's like a PS5 equivalent GPU. So yeah, a 2060 Super definitely can still play pretty much everything that's coming out because I mean basically that's a PS5 GPU. So yeah, I can still play pretty much fucking everything. But you probably also have like a stronger CPU and more memory. So you're actually probably getting still better performance than an actual PS5 is. So, oh, you meant BBL Cloud. Either way, that's still fucking funny. Also, most graphics card lasts plenty long if you're willing to stop cranking settings to ultra. That's another thing too, right? Is that you can get that 2060 and like even when like PS6 comes out, if you're willing to play with like a shit resolution and like maybe not the best frame rate, but like is still like above 30, you can make a graphics card last a really long time. And that's like a thing that people don't understand too, is that graphics cards last longer than consoles in terms of like playing new games. Like way longer. Like there are still people using like pre-RTX cards, right? There are still people using like 1660, which is like what the Steam Deck is, by the way, which is one of the reasons that game has like, or that GPU has stayed in meta so long is because a lot of, I mean, it's what Steam Deck uses. So when they optimize for Steam Deck, inadvertently, people that still have like 10 series graphics cards, they get to stay in meta for like games that they can play. People still cling to their 1080 Ti. 1080 Ti will still play God of War Ragnarok. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll still play like games at like 1080p 30 to 60, depending on your settings. So, I mean, People are still using like 10-plus-year-old graphics cards to play like new games. Like, you can use a 1080 Ti and play Resident Evil 4 Remake. Right? Which also means that by proxy, considering like RE9 seems to like not be like, or I should say RE9 seems to be so flexible that I can run on a Switch 2. So I'm willing to bet you can still use a 1080 Ti to play that too. I disagree. The PS4 is a 2013 machine and still hanging out. Okay, here's the difference. Here's the difference. The difference is that the PS4, you have to have the games ported to PS4. Right? So the developer has to decide for you whether you're going to play it on PS4. The thing about PC is that even if the developer doesn't explicitly decide that you can play it, you can still play it. You know what I'm saying? Like what I just mentioned about 1660 and like Steam Deck, that means that technically you could run Rebirth on a PC of similar hardware specifications, right? It will run like shit, but you can still do it. Whereas you can't have a PS4 and be like, I'm going to run Rebirth like shit, but I'm still going to like, it's still going to be playable. You don't have that option. Like your PS4 just won't boot up that game. Same with Switch, right? Like it's not like you're saying like, oh, I'm going to play like this game and it's just going to look like shit because I decided to play it. It's basically because the developer decided to do an optimized port for it, but not because you figured out a combination of settings that will allow your Switch to run it. So that is what I mean by the console. Like a GPU is always going to get more mileage than long-term than a console, because the console, the developer has to determine what game it can run. And with the GPU, you can just figure it the fuck out and eventually him just brute force it. Going back, topic but IMO Missing Link team should be put onto a Kingdom Hearts 3.5 project. Kingdom Hearts 3 Final Mix base game, Remind and more, and Melody of Memory Final Mix, and a 0.2 mini-so for KH4. Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate thing is that there's nothing they can do now, right? Because now we just have to wait for KH4, right? Because they can't like put out stuff between KH4, because anything that they start now, KH4 will probably release before that, right? So, but yeah, I mean that's what they should have done. Hopefully that's what they're doing between 4 and 5 for sure. There's no point in console exclusivity now that PlayStation has been eaten alive. That PlayStation has eaten Xbox alive. Yeah, there's not really a point anymore. With Xbox out of the game, I mean, I would say that PlayStation and Switch do compete, just not in like a traditional way, right? Because they're both gaming devices and they both take up your time. But can anyone here say that they're going to play Part 3 their first time on Switch 2, right? Is anyone here like their first playthrough of Resident Evil 9, are you really going to play it on like Switch? Probably not. You might play it again on those games, but on those platforms, but you're not going to play like the very first time I want to play a AAA best graphics video game on Switch 2. Okay, Paul will, but most other people won't. Okay, and I do think people in Japan probably will, but Switch has an entirely different target audience to PS and PC. I think they have a lot of overlap, but I think that they also I think that if you own a PS or a PC, you'll choose to play high-end games on those, right? For the most part. Because if I'm going to play a high-end AAA game, latest fucking graphics, best visuals, I want to play it where those visuals actually are the best visuals. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play them on anything less than that. Which is why I'm saying I want 7R3 to come to PC day one. I don't want to play it on a PlayStation. I don't want to play it with bad resolution just to get a good frame rate. Chances are it'll probably look okay. It uses DLSS. We'll probably get 1080p at worst, 1440p at best. The native internal resolution will probably be between 720p and 1080, and then DLSS will bring it up to 1440. They should also release FF15 or 16 on Switch 2. Oh, they're definitely going to release, well, at the very least 16 on Switch 2. So yeah, I don't think that there's a really huge point in exclusivity. I do think that Japan, for example, Japan will definitely play RE9 on Switch 2. It'll probably sell the most in Japan there. But most people outside of Japan are probably not playing RE9 the first time at the very least on Switch 2. They might pick it up on sale, but that's also a huge advantage for the publisher too, is that a lot of people will eventually rebuy the games for Switch 2 because they want them on the go. So a lot of people will double dip. This is actually why I kind of personally prefer Steam Deck in general, though, is purely because I don't have to double dip on stuff like this. I can buy the game one single time, and then it's available portable, and it's available on my PC. So I can play the Ultra 4K 120 frames per second version, and then I can also play the very beautiful 720p version on my handheld too, and I can have both with the purchase of the game one time. Whereas the thing that always bothers me about Switch is that I have to buy the game, and then if I ever want to take it on the go, I have to buy it a second time, but none of my save files will transfer, right? It'd be awesome to have Rebirth on the go on Switch 2. I mean, I already have a Steam Deck, but suppose I didn't, right? But suppose I played that game on another platform first, and then I got the Switch 2 version, and then it's just oh, well, you can't transfer your save file. It sucks. You can do that with CDPR games because their system basically allows you to import the save file, which is awesome, because if you want to play Cyberpunk or The Witcher on the go, you can do that. But that's always been a huge thing for me with Switch ports and people begging for Switch ports, and I'm just yeah, I don't want to Switch port anything or care for a Switch port of anything that I'm playing again, because I'm just I'm not gonna not transfer my save files to this shit. What do you think about the argument that console exclusivity creates competition and creativity? I heard this argument from a loser called, okay. So console exclusivity is good for the capital owner, right? It's good for the company. but it's not really good for the consumer. It does nothing for the consumer. I know that gamers love the idea of exclusives. They like to say that I bought this hardware for this thing and only this hardware can play this thing. And maybe that's good for like the parasocial investment that someone has with the game or like with the company. But exclusives do not in any tangible way benefit the consumer whatsoever. They only benefit the fandom around the around the game so that they can like bully or like talk shit about other consoles or whatever the fuck console fans do. But they don't actually benefit the consumer in any way ever. There's nothing that console exclusives are about benefiting Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, the console manufacturer. It benefits them quite a lot historically. However, the benefit to the customer is nothing unless you just want the benefit of telling other people that you bought the system and that only this system can play this game. Otherwise, exclusives fucking suck. They don't do anything for me, for you. They do stuff for the publisher, the first party publisher. And for us, they just restrict our options. Even then, you know, it may not even be the case that they help the first party publisher that much anymore, which is why Sony is moving away from them. This guy, whoever the guy was, said that I didn't know what I was talking about and he banned me. Okay, I don't know the guy, so I'm not gonna say anything about him, but I will say that like the reason people care about exclusives is because of console warring. That's it. Like 100%. That's why people care about exclusives. People will tell you that you need exclusives to motivate people to buy the hardware. If the hardware was so good, I would buy the hardware anyways, right? It kind of reveals that consoles are actually not that great. They're just, you know what I'm saying? Like, in that sense. I'm not saying that consoles shouldn't exist, but I'm just saying that, like, clearly consoles have to, like, they have to lock certain games in order to give them value, because otherwise you would realize that it's just like a little underpowered, like low power PC that you bought, which is what a console is. It's a low powered PC with a fixed environment. And, yeah, and then they create games that only run on that console. And that could run just fine anywhere else. And yeah, I don't think console exclusives are good for the consumer. You can make an argument that they need to exist so that the consoles can gain popularity, but I don't think that it necessitates, or it's a necessity that exclusives exist. I believe they do in order to stay competitive. Nintendo had to be creative and created a hybrid console. PS has a great VR library and a Game Pass is Game Pass. I mean, none of that is like necessary, right? Like, because Nintendo games would sell just as much, and I would argue more, on multi-platform. You know? Like, if I could buy Tears of the Kingdom on PC, I would have. Console warriors are 30-plus-year-old men that only engagement farm to pay their alimony payment. Bro, no, it really is. It really is guys like, you know, mid-30s to 40s who And I say that with me turning 34 next month, so we're not age shaming. But it really is guys in, you know, who are just way too old to be like fighting each other over console stuff. Like I'm just way too old for that, dude. I'm just way too old for that. I mean, I even think about like people like, I mean, console stuff, like people beefing over like video game stuff, and I'm just like, dude, it's just like we're like 30, man. This is ridiculous. At some point, you gotta grow the fuck up, right? Like it's kind of crazy. And like the corporate worship sometimes too, where people are like super worshiping of like a corporation, typically a first party corporation, right? And I'm like, I mean, it's okay to like brands. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's okay to like enjoy, like, you know, we like Square Enix and we like Atlus and we like CD Projekt Red and stuff like that. It's okay, you know, to like. I mean, you don't like the corporation necessarily. Like, oh my god, I love this corporation. You like the studio itself, but you love the creatives that they employ. You know, it's fine. It's fine to do that. But you know, I just think that like anytime that we're like really like super beefing over like video game stuff, I feel like it's kind of over. I don't know. It should be over. And console wars especially, right? Like, I actually feel like arguing about video games makes more sense than arguing about consoles. Arguing about consoles is fucking stupid. Like, arguing about video games, at the very least, we can say you're both being passionate about the arts. Okay? That makes sense. Right? Being like, I love this art this way. Fuck you, I like it this way. Okay. Okay, fair. That's just being passionate about art. Where that ends for me is like when motherfuckers are like willing to fight people over like consoles, dude. Like a fucking box, like a plastic box. The box is just like a thing that allows you to experience the art. It's not the art itself. It's plastic. It's like literally nothing to worship at all. It's just the thing that like serves as the medium between you and the piece of software. It's not. That shouldn't be the focus. Even if you get rid of consoles, all it takes is Microsoft to lobby for a closed environment, and then Microsoft dominates the game industry. Well, actually, very thankfully, Steam is making that not the case. Thanks to Steam OS. So Microsoft actually would not be able to dominate the PC market in that way, thankfully. But also they wouldn't be able to close the PC environment because they essentially would be they wouldn't be able to close the PC environment. So SteamOS and Steam together, Steam makes it so that they can't. But by the way, the only reason that Steam is as good as it is that Steam is not a publicly traded company. Steam is not a publicly traded company, and that's what keeps Steam so good for the consumer and so good for the developer. The moment Steam actually becomes publicly traded, if it ever does, Gabe Newell will never do it. But if Gabe was to ever pass and someone else was to ever take over for him, God, if there was any one rich guy that I could wish to be immortal, it would be Gabe. Because PC gaming is absolutely fucked the moment he dies. So yes, I actually would very much wish him back with the fucking Dragon Balls if anything ever happened to him. Because we need him, because PC gaming immediately goes to shit if anything were to happen. So hopefully whoever he ends up passing the torch to ends up being like a really good guy who shares the same values as him, because otherwise we are so fucking deep fried cooked. PC gaming is going to fucking suck. So I hope that never happens. Yo, you making the video on Nomada from Twitter the other day? Yes, I am. The only problem is that well, one, I have a video coming out maybe today or tomorrow, or like probably Monday actually. I have a video coming out, and that's like a sponsor. It has like a sponsor integration in it, so I have to get that out fast. And then I'm going to do like the Kingdom Hearts 1 retrospective video, which is like, I don't want to promise it next week, but I think I might be able to get the Kingdom Hearts 1 video out next week. Maybe. And then I think that 4th week in September, following the Kingdom Hearts 1 video, the actually known as a genius video is like probably like that last week would be good. Are you going to do a birthday stream? Yes. We're going to do that next week. Or I turned 34. I'm so old. Chat. And then we keep getting older. So excited for that video. Loved your FF10 video. Aw, thanks. I hope this video can match that. They're about the same length too, I think. So 34 is not old. I know. It's not, 34 is not old, but it's approaching old. It's like old is getting closer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's getting closer. It's getting closer. You are not 34. I am 34. I'm Unk, chat. I'm Unk. I'm Night Sky Unk. Missed your thoughts on the Ever Crisis roadmap. How are you feeling about the upcoming collabs? The Advent Children stuff is like looking really cool. I really liked looking at the Advent Children render. We had an entire game about being 30-ish. Yeah, and I would have been fucking gomaged. So it's over for me, chat. NSP, you're nowhere near the peak, man. No worries, looking super young. Aw, thanks. I think I do. I do still look pretty good. Most people think I'm like 25 to 28. So I'm doing something fucking right still. Because most people don't even think that I'm even in my 30s. So that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I would say late 20s. Yeah. Honestly, like, other than like, you know, being fortunate enough to have good skin, minimal wrinkles, I think my hair density is like what keeps me looking young. So very fortunate for that. Because as long as you have good hair density as a man, it's like, yeah. And you know, if eventually I go bald, chat, then I'm going to Night Sky Turkey. I'm going to Turkey, and we're gonna put some of this on top. I'm gonna get my broccoli back, and we're gonna be good. Oh my god. People card you thinking you're in high school? That's crazy. Bruh, acting like his genetics aren't carrying him until he's 80? Okay. Well, I hope so. I think being a gamer and getting a lack of sun does wonders for your skin. Actually, yeah, it does. It actually really does. Like, if you guys actually read up on how much the sun actually ages you, you will never want to like go out in the sunlight without sunscreen on ever again. The overwhelming majority of aging is actually caused by UV rays. So Like, whenever I see people tanning, I fucking cringe, bro. I cringe so hard seeing people tanning. No offense to anyone who tans here, but I do cringe, like, when I see people tanning and stuff. Because I'm like, oh my God, you're, like, literally destroying your skin for no reason. I'm like, why are you doing that? Paul, thank you for the super chat. What's a JRPG franchise you haven't played? I mean, up until recently, Kiseki Trails was like the big thing. And now with the remake, I finally am playing that. And I'm super excited for the full thing to come out. So that's kind of like the big JRPG franchise I haven't played that I really want to get into is Trails, for sure. It's so awesome. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Labib. Oh my God, dude. $100 super chat? What the fuck? Oh my God, dude. FF7R3 and Cage4 hype. Love your videos, man. Come visit LA for TGS. Wait, why would I go to Los Angeles for Tokyo Game Show? I don't know, dude, but holy fuck. Thank you. Thank you, fucking big ass baller. Yeah, no kidding, dude. Jesus Christ. Man, thanks. Los Angeles, Japan. Oh, he probably means TGA. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. The Game Awards. Oh, TGA. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so TGA, I actually have thought about that. So, one of the things that I wanted to do this next coming year is actually go to more in-person events. And you guys, we can actually like meet and stuff. I used to like frequent like PAX South and stuff like that back when they had a PAX South, but they don't have PAX South anymore, unfortunately. So I've been thinking about going to Summer Games Fest and going to the different PAXs and stuff. And if you guys also want to come, I'd be happy to, meet any of you guys. Okay, Labib did mean TGA. Labib did mean TGA. I was like, I could go to LA and we can watch TGS together. That'd be awesome, dude. Let's go. But yeah, no, actually, I do, Labib, I do want to go to LA for TGA. I just love being in California, dude. You deserve it. You quickly became one of my favorite YouTubers. Oh, dude, that means the world to me. Thank you so fucking much, man. Thank you so. That's always like hard for me to process, right? Is that like I'm somebody's like favorite YouTuber? Because like to me, I'm just like a guy. And then like, I don't know how to explain it, but I suppose to like everyone, like even like fucking like billionaires and shit, they're just like, dude, I'm just like a guy. Like I'm no one like special, but like, do you cosplay? I used to, but honestly, I have not cosplayed since 2019. That's how long it's been since I cosplayed. And the last cosplay I did was Claude Von Regan from Fire Emblem. And there's a new fucking Fire Emblem out. Or not out, but coming. And, yeah. So, I was trying to find dang, I can't find it. Why can't I find it anywhere? Well, that's okay. I think you understand the complexity and the general status of FF and JRPGs in general. Oh, thank you. I'm hyped for Fire Emblem, dude. Fire Emblem is like, that is like so hype for me. You're like a third tab streamer for me. That's awesome. I'm also glad that like we've got this new schedule now, where I've still been able to make videos, but we can still do streams and stuff like that. Cause I don't know if you guys have been like really hearing about this, but essentially like across YouTube, like multiple channels are saying that their views are down. Like multiple channels. That has not been the case for us. We're actually like up pretty decently right now. The last few videos have done really well actually. So thanks, I guess. But yeah, I just feel really fortunate because whatever changes they made on the back end to YouTube, it's been really fucked. And a lot of creators have not been doing so well. And I'm just really fortunate to be able to be doing good right now during this thing. I hardcore regret never going to E3 back in the day, dude. Me too. I feel like you carved a strong niche, so most people seek you out versus just getting videos in their feed. That's also like really true, right? Like we all have like a very strong like interest in this type of thing. And well, obviously there are other people that do videos on like Final Fantasy and JRPGs and video game development and the industry stuff that I cover. I do think that I probably cover it in such a way that is like its own niche in a sense that I don't feel a lot of people do. So maybe people are getting more of your vids in their notifications since everyone else is restricted. Maybe so. NSP is the Square Enix guy. Oh, thanks. I think that's also like another thing too, is that I'm kind of like when it comes to Square Enix content, I'm kind of become like such an established figure that when anything happens, people do kind of turn to me for that stuff nowadays. So which is so wild because I think back on this journey and I'm just like, I'm just a guy, you know, that was like uploading shit, right? I was like a really small channel and, you know, there were much bigger channels at the time like Pez and like FF Union. And I was just kind of like a guy that was just like scraping up anything I could to get some clicks. I don't feel like I have to try that hard now, but yeah. In the YouTube realm, NSP is literally the FF guy I'm at. Oh, thanks. I want to be more. I want to be more than just the FF guy though too. I always want to be more than the FF guy, but I always kind of get pushed back down when I try too hard with other stuff. But algorithm wants me to be the FF guy. Am I into Dragon Quest? I really liked 11, but I need to play more. I'm going to become the Trails guy next. Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard, right? Because I don't have like, I have like encyclopedic knowledge of like Final Fantasy and like more so its development, like the Square Enix side of things. I don't have that with other stuff. So it always makes jumping into other things be like, well, what do I do? Because I'm not like as like super well versed as I am with like SE stuff. Whereas I can give you an entire run of like Square Enix history easily, right? But I can't do that like as much with like anything else. But I've dedicated like my whole life really to like reading all these interviews and stuff. So it's just really hard to like translate that to other things. And yeah. I think I equate you to the FF guy because I discovered you back when 15 was announced. I don't mean no. I just to be clear, I didn't take that as disrespect or anything like that. Don't worry. I'm just saying, like, personally, I'm aiming. I love being the FF guy. I want to keep being the FF guy, and I also want to be like the guy that does other stuff too. You know, like how Max Dude's like the FGC guy, but he's also like the Final Fantasy VII guy specifically. I want to be like that too, where I'm like, yeah, I'm the FF guy, and then I'm also like the other guy that does a thing. You were one of the only high quality channels carrying the 15 and Versus torch in the turbulent days of 2016 during the dark post launch 15 period. Yeah, you are the JRPG guy. Oh, thanks, Libby. I appreciate that. I just turned back in. Have you watched the new release date trailer for 7R? There's a scene in it that you don't recognize. I can take a look. I don't think that they would put a new scene into a Switch port. Do you have a timestamp, Low Poly Soldier? We can watch it again.
What you heard just now were the voices of the
planet.
planet.
Let me shrink myself.
Those born into this world, who lived and who died, who returned.
Sorry, I always have Japanese
Their
subtitles
howling
on
pain.
because I've been learning the language for a while.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now?
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here.
It's at 123. Okay. We'll just watch it through.
With their old world ruined, will they thank you for the new?
One last opportunity to consider what your principles are truly worth.
Well, seems this old friend of mine's in a tight spot. Long time ago, I said I'd be there for her. Made a promise. So...
Can't say this is quite what I had in mind when I put that on you way back when.
He's my bodyguard. And a soldier. Pretty cool, huh?
For the right price.
One date ought to do it.
Okay.
You're not real.
Should be almost there.
You're dead.
This planet is my birthright.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
Right into Shinra's hand.
I think I know why you think that's a new scene. It's not. This is the plate collapse.
Is my birthright.
And then they cut that with Sephiroth in chapter, was it 17, 18? The last chapter in the game. So it's not a new scene, but the way they cut it makes that feel like Sephiroth is like basically like floating over like Midgar ruins and like during the plate collapse. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same game. But it is also like very insane how openly they just show the final fucking boss fight in this trailer.
I don't believe it. We played right into Shinra's hands.
The future isn't set in stone.
The world won't end today. But you will.
Yeah. Oh, even in the comments, people think it's a new scene. But I don't think that's a new scene. But someone like right here is like, oh, you guys can't see it. Even they're like, new scene at 123.
My birthright.
I'll wait for like Shinra Archaeology Department to tell me if it's a new scene or not. Those guys will know. Yeah, I can't imagine them adding a new scene to this. Someone says it's like it's if you fail. If you fail what? It seems familiar. Let me see something. Oops. Let me ask my experts. And they'll give me an answer. But I don't think it's new. Oh yeah, when you fail the meteor countdown. Okay. Most people probably didn't fail that. So they probably never even seen this visual, that's why. But I'm like, it's like directly in chapter 18 or whatever. What happens if Sephiroth finishes the countdown? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think most people failed this, that's why. Okay. Yep. There we go. That's why. Technically, it's a new scene to most of us. Yep. It's a clever trailer edit. It's a really clever trailer edit. But yeah, that explains why most people had no idea what the fuck that was. Okay. I would say the direct was like a B or an A, probably to me. I'd probably say it's an A, actually. It just had too much stuff. Too much good stuff. So, yeah, pretty fucking awesome. Dude, and like, it's like only a few months between Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake, which is fucking nuts. There are so many Dragon Quest remakes happening right now that it's like overwhelming. Jesus, man. Okay, so I think we are going to call it a stream for today. I will be back with another stream on Monday, keeping with our schedule. I love you guys so much. And then also, too, we'll have like a birthday stream for me, maybe that Friday or maybe Thursday. I don't know. We'll have a birthday stream. Okay.